What's happening, family? Dr. Joe here. Happy Sunday evening on this chilly fall day, at least where I am. And I hope each of you are well and blessed. Want to take some time to welcome everyone here. Good to see all of you guys, to see your beautiful faces and handsome faces up in the place. You guys are here, and we are excited to kick off an exciting brand new season two of the one and only Village Chat. I'm Dr. Joe, your host, and I'm so glad that you guys are here. Now, a lot of you guys are here at this moment, and you are a part of the 40-day turnup process. You've come through the process before, or the journey process, or you may be a person that is friends of a friend, or someone told you about this, or you just got to this page and you don't know who I am, what these people are, and what we're doing. I'm Dr. Joe, author and founder of the world's greatest transformational process, the 40-day turnup, where we help to transform people's lives holistically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. We've been in this sector, been doing this for about 10 years now. And I've had the opportunity to work with about 10,000 people over the course of a 40-day process, and it's just great. We've been able to connect with people all over the country and all over the world, and truly, we've been able to see a lot of miraculous and great things. What Village Chat is 3 times a year, we have 3 different classes per se, or cohorts. We're in our final class of the year, which got started this past Monday. This particular class will be finished probably about mid-November, and we spend about 4 weeks before the session even starts and doing what we call pre-work to prepare people for this transformational process. So that's just to give you an outline or overview of what it is that we do. So when we have what we call Village Chat, which you guys are watching on tonight, we take a participant, sometimes it's a coach, a leader, or someone who's a part of what we call our village, and we spotlight them. It's just an opportunity to hear people's story, to find out people's background, where they're from, what they do, etc. Because one thing about all of us as human beings, regardless of race, regardless of socioeconomic status, regardless of your geopolitical ideas and thoughts and geolocations, the human story is something that connects us all. So I've got a great guest who's here with me on today, Miss Bianca, and she has agreed to be my guest, and I want to introduce to some and present to others Miss Bianca Brown. Bianca, how you doing?
Doing amazing. Thank you for having me, Dr. Joe.
Oh, well, thank you for agreeing to be here. You look like you're about to go out and stand under a spotlight. You look like $2 million.
I receive it. I receive it, especially coming from you when we're when we're in the 40-day turnup. I receive
Okay. Well,
it.
that is great. Well, thank you for being my guest. How you feeling on today?
I'm feeling amazing. Like, honestly, this is a true honor to be in this space. I kind of had to pinch myself a few times today, and I was like, y'all don't understand. This is a huge deal. I've been telling family and friends and everything. And shout out to Team Fit because they have been cheering me on with my leader and my coach, Tammy Walker and Taria Britton. I love them so much. So I'm grateful.
So that's great. I was going to ask you to shout them out. So the name of your team is Team Fit, you say?
Team Fit. We are Team Fit. I actually had a whole background because we even made some different things for us to have to really keep us together in the process and keep our mind focused on transforming. So really that's what Team Fit is all about.
Well, that's awesome. We're going to delve into that. I'm so glad that you have said that. So I'm going to jump right in if I can.
Yes, sir.
So tell us where you from, like where do you live? Tell us where you are.
So I'm here in Dallas, Texas, in DeSoto to be specific. I'm actually from the Houston area and transitioned here a few years ago. Love Texas, have always been a Texan. I'm a true Texan at heart. We always talk about guns and Jesus. So that's what we're doing here. Yeah, I'm here in Dallas.
Dallas, Texas. That is great. Awesome. So tell us, what do you do there in Dallas? What kind of work are you in?
Yes, sir. So I make people look good. And basically, I actually have a business and have been in business for 4 years. And so I work in brand development and marketing. A lot of my clients are small business owners around the United States. So I just finished a conference actually that was held in Dubai. So I did all of the collateral material and the visual branding and everything for that. And then I have clients that have wrote books and been featured on Fox and different things. God has really been blessing. So I'm very
That is awesome. I had no clue what you did. And look at it. So let's talk about it. So you work with people in marketing and branding.
grateful.
Um, Talk to us about a typical person. They'll call you, they'll say, okay, Bianca, I'm such and such, and I need your help doing this. Talk to us. What's the typical client, and
Mhm.
take us through like what you do for them.
So, my typical client is actually a personal brand client. So, this is a person who's probably well established. Usually, it can be an executive. They just have a certain height of success in some area of their life. And they are saying, hey, I want to elevate my brand. I want to get more speaking engagements. I want to come to the forefront. I'm tired of just doing X. Like I just finished up with a client such as that. She was tired of just doing XYZ. She had been on MSNBC. She had been on these different platforms, but now she was ready to step into a space where people saw her for her
Mhm.
and wanted her expertise, but also her background. So we talked about different things to elevate her brand. We did her social media audit. We wanted to see what are you giving your audience to actually latch on to and keep coming back for. And then what's the progression plan over the next 5 to 10 years to know where are you now? Where do you want to be? Who do you want to be known as now? Not who you were known as. And we go through that process together. Then we work on updating the visual brand identity because I don't want them jumping into a design choice. Let's just create beauty without understanding the reason behind it.
Mm,
So that's really what I do. And then we'll do a website. We'll upgrade a logo. We'll upgrade their brand voice. But I need to upgrade them first before they go
mm.
into all of that.
Now, this is all. I'm so glad we're having this conversation. So, a lot of people are watching us, have small businesses, are in this lane where you have a wealth of knowledge that can help them. Talk to us about what are some of the most common mistakes, because as you know, it's all about marketing.
Yeah.
You can have an average product, but if your marketing is great, you can really be successful. And you can have a great product and you have no marketing. It's terrible. So talk to us about some common mistakes that you see that maybe people in business make that maybe they could adjust today and maybe get some traction.
I would say, of course, this one is cliche, but consistency. And the reason why I say consistency is because I want to take it a step back. The
Mhm,
reason why most people are not consistent is because they don't know what they're aiming for. They don't know their audience. They just have good idea and they were ready to take it to market without understanding the end goal. So you can't create a customer journey experience.
mhm,
You can't create a process because you don't know who your audience is. You didn't take the time. Yeah, you have a widget maker, and that's something I just say because that's the name of a product. Yeah,
mhm,
you have that, but and you're really excited about it. But did you think who it would be for first?
mhm,
Did you think that maybe your family and friends are not your demographic that you're going to be selling to? And so when we put it out and we think marketing is just posting on our Facebook page. And to a degree, it is, but also it's knowing that that's a personal brand part, but also does your business has its own brand? How can you connect the two to really bring it to life and make it work for you and for the business so that now you're seen as a thought leader, or if you're in that space, or you're seen as someone who has all of these different talents, you're seen as someone who has multiple streams of income. Simultaneously, your business is also seen as the go-to place for what you have. Then we can start creating authority. Then we can start creating all of the different collateral materials, and we can make you a house that people want to walk into
Mhm.
to get information or get the products that they need, because now they're confident in your abilities.
Wow.
So yeah.
You dropping some gems, Miss Bianca. This is awesome. Now, as um, a lot of people don't understand that branding is a long game.
Yes.
So talk to the people that it's not an overnight thing. I'm sure in your business you got folks coming to you and they want to be on whatever the
Uh-huh.
Tamarind Hall on Friday or whatever. Talk to us about how it is a long game and how it's something that it must be done over time.
I love this because this is something that I've been saying for about 3 years.
Mhm.
Because even though I don't do the public relations part of it, I get you ready for that. And so a lot of people do want to be on those platforms, but they have not gone through the development of self and of business and of mindset to even get there. And when you're doing branding, branding has everything to do with the essence of who you are, if you're a personal brand, and the essence of your business. And what a lot of people don't realize is, even if you are not customer interfacing, if you are not you really are the ambassador of your brand anywhere you go. But let's just say that you're behind the scenes and you're pushing products, there's still something about you that's going to seep into your brand,
Mhm.
because you're building out the systems and you're working with the people. And so all of these things, you don't just jump into business or branding or writing your book or all of these different things. You don't just jump into it already knowing this is who I want to be. This is what I want to do. You have to even give yourself time to figure out what parts of this belong to me and what parts of this is not my lane, because you can be in the same industry as someone and they have one of the parts of the industry cornered,
Mhm.
but you have another part cornered. Just like me, I don't tend to do there are some jobs I will not do. If you're just too excited about the visual identity, I will not take your money,
Mhm.
because we're going to get this mind work first,
Mhm.
or else you're going to be buying another logo in 2 months because you didn't do the work.
Wow. I hope you guys are listening. This is great. Let's see. 585 of you guys watching. They are loving what it is that you're saying, Miss Bianca. This is just stellar. I hope y'all are listening. We'll talk more about that before we let her go. All right, I've got a couple more questions before we get into the 40 Turnup stuff. Tell us something that you're passionate about. Like, or do you have any like thing? You seem like a very dynamic individual. Tell us
Thank
about some
you.
of the passions that you may have.
So interesting. I actually say that branding and marketing, that's what I'm in the business of, but my calling is encouragement.
Mm.
I love to pull out of people what I see, and I love to just be in that space to where I am encouraging. It's just and edifying. That's really been something, and exhorting. That's the word. That's really something that I'm called to do. So one of my passions is, and this is really a shameless plug. I did write a book, but it's not out yet. However, like, I do a lot of encouragement on social media, so I'm sharing different things that come to mind that I think may help a lot of other people, because I hate when people are stuck.
Yeah.
I literally do. I hate when people don't feel their best. I hate when they don't feel like they can and they should, and it's in them. So I'm really passionate about going to the depths and really meeting those who really are counted out by everybody else. Because in my background, I felt like that. And when God began to shift me and show me that I could,
Right.
that is what made me want to get someone else and shake them and say that you can too.
Right.
So that's my story.
That is awesome. Um, Tell us something that you want to accomplish that you haven't.
Whew. Oh my God, I got a list. But but something I want to accomplish, is it personal or business? Does it matter?
Whatever you want to say.
Okay. Yes, sir. So, I want to have more children. I have a 13-year-old son. That's personal. I'm single, but I want to have more children. And also, like in business, one of my goals is to get to a place to where I can hire some other single mothers who are out here
Yeah,
working and putting in that work.
yeah,
That is a huge business goal because I do not think we get in business to just simply be in business. We get in business to also provide to other people who won't be able to make it on their own. So that's my account. That's something I want to accomplish.
that's awesome. Well, we speak that into existence, and we're going to be praying
Thank
for
you.
you to not only meet those but to exceed it.
Thank
Excellent.
you. I
That
receive it.
that is great. Well, let's transition. Tell us how you found out about the 40 tournament.
It's that's also interesting. So, I did not know anyone that had personally been through the process. What
Okay.
I did was I was watching you and your family, which is why earlier I was like, "I love you guys." I have been watching you all for about 2 years, maybe a little bit
Wow.
over 2 years, and I saw it wasn't always, the vanity of things because I saw you guys look great. You guys live an exceptional life, but you're exceptional people. And so I was like, Lord, I was going through my own season of sickness and learning how to reuse my legs, different things such as that.
Wow.
And I said, God, what is it these people have? These people have a discipline that I really don't see often. And so I asked God, I was like, how do you get where does this come from? And so me knowing I still needed to get myself together, and I started looking into what you all had to offer on your web in 40-day turn up, I needed to turn up as well. And
Okay.
that's how I found out about it. And I was like, I got in. So I'm grateful. I'm so grateful to be here.
Wow. Well, we're glad you people like you are make our village what it is. I'm so glad to hear that. So you answered two questions in one, which is great. So let's talk about how has your experience been thus far?
It's been amazing, life-changing, and quite literally, like, that is not, a pun or anything. It has been life-changing because I didn't feel like I've never felt like I could do it on my own or that type of thing without somebody closely watching over me, and we've had the support of the coaches and my favorite coach and the leaders and you, Dr. Joe, but it's been amazing. Actually, I did want to share this with you. I told a clinician here because even I was going to therapy so that I can get my mind right for this process.
Right.
And she said, well, what will you be doing? And I said, thinking she didn't know, I said, oh, it's something called the 40-day turn up, and Dr. Joe is in it. And I just started rolling off. She's like, oh, I know. I've never been through the process. Here in Texas, she said, but I've heard, and your
Oh,
life is going to change forever.
wow. Well,
Yeah,
salute to her. I'm glad that good things are being said. It's good to know.
absolutely. Yes,
Well,
sir.
that is awesome. Well, talk to us about what is it. You know how like whenever you're about to do something and you really don't know what you're doing, you think you know what you're about to do, but then when you get in it, it's different than what you thought. What is it about it that's been different than what you thought, perhaps?
So, with the 40-day turn up, I didn't know there would be a heavy emphasis on mind work
Hmm.
and discipline and being accountable, not just you all, but to self.
Right.
And so for me, even the pre-work session, and I don't know if you talk about that like in the public, but
Yeah. That's right.
those pre-work sessions really caused me to look within myself and to face some of the demons that I had in my own closet that were holding me back. And there's no other program that I've been in, and I've been in a few,
Yeah.
that will give you that peace. And then also not necessarily want to make you dependent upon the program or
Yeah.
the process or the person, but really teach you how to eat on your own.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah, it's
Right.
not a point system. It's not, you're really teaching us how to be self sufficient, disciplined individuals apart from you.
Well, great. I'm so glad you feel that way because that's exactly what we're trying to do because We live in a world, Bianca, where you, I, myself, all of us who are watching, we've been put in this like incubator that grows bad habits. And we've been doing it for so long, then it compounds. And then next thing you know, your health starts to fail. And then you go to people who you think can help you, but they aren't telling you things that can. And it's so discouraging. But it's so encouraging when you can have something like this and we all can learn and get better. So I'm thankful to even that God has even looked upon me as a steward to be
Mhm.
responsible for this. It's just great. Now, as you know, we people are in groups. You've got support through your peers in your group, your leader, your coaches. Being in a group is different for everyone. How
Mhm.
has being in that group, a microcosm of this greater village, how has it helped you or how has it impacted you thus far?
It's been a great impact, especially with accountability,
Mhm,
and that team morale. Also knowing that my success and my walk also somewhat impacts someone else.
mhm,
And then also having that coach, having that leader, and they're doing their own process, the same process that you're doing.
mhm,
It's really beneficial because it calls me into accountability, but it also allows me to see what other people are doing right, what other people may be getting wrong, and then we can all learn and grow together. And so it's almost like having sisterhood for me within my group of needing to become a better me. And I can't get that necessarily outside of the group right now,
mhm.
until God blesses me with that, because everyone in my life is not on the same journey, but these women are.
Right.
So that blesses me every day. I get that message in group me, or every time I talk to them, or every time we have a meeting.
That's awesome. Well, I'm sure that not only have they been a blessing to you, but having someone like you has been, I'm sure, a blessing to them.
Thank you.
And that I'm certain is duplicated throughout our entire village because we've got some great people in here. Like I said, I didn't know anything about you. I didn't know what industry you were in or anything. I invited you to be a part of this based upon I always see you, you're always positive, and how interactive you are. And those are the type of individuals that, we want to hear those stories. So that's just amazing that you've been here and having such these great things to kind of talk about. So that's wonderful.
Yes, sir.
Now, what I want to do, I want to end our conversation with asking what I call some fun questions.
Mhm.
Is that okay?
That is perfect.
Okay. All right. Fun question number one. What is your favorite restaurant and what do you order when you go?
Oh, what's my favorite restaurant? I feel so bad. Okay, it's a Chinese restaurant. I know it's the
Okay.
worst thing you can eat, and, I
It's
love
okay.
beef and broccoli or
Beef
sweet
and
and
broccoli.
sour chicken.
Okay, with sweet and sour chicken. Okay, great. We all have it. What is a guilty pleasure food? We all have them.
The vanilla bean scones from Starbucks.
Vanilla, okay, vanilla bean scones from Starbucks. Okay, all right. Favorite destination you've ever visited?
Whoa. Um, whew, I don't know if I have that. Well, I
Okay,
like Boston, and I know that's a weird place,
yeah.
but I like the feel of Boston,
Okay, Boston.
and
Okay,
perhaps
okay.
oh, and Disneyland.
Disney.
Per
Okay, all right, all right. Okay, all right. That's good. All right. Tell us a destination you desire to go to that you haven't been.
I wanna go to the Holy Land.
Okay.
I really do.
I've
Yeah,
never been. I want to go as well. Every time I get ready to try to go, something happens, and here they are in war. God bless them.
I know.
That's terrible that that's
Yeah.
happening. Okay, the Holy Land. All right. Last question. If you could sit down with any person who's alive
That's
and
alive.
ask them whatever you wanted for 60 minutes, who would that person be?
Well, I feel like I'm already with you right now, but
Oh, stop,
no,
man.
I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm gonna stop. We're gonna stop. I would say Michelle Obama just keeps coming to mind.
Michelle
I just
Obama.
love her. Yeah,
Okay.
she's so graceful. I just love her.
She is. She's graceful. She's nice. She's smart. She's like the triple threat. What
Yes.
I'm sure anybody could learn from her. Well, that is awesome. Well, thank you, Bianca, for being my special guest. But before we go, I want to be certain because you're in a business that can help a lot of people out there. I'm certain they want to know, hey, how do I get in contact with her? How do we follow her? I know you got socials. Do you have a website?
I
Do
have a
you have
website.
okay?
Yes, sir. It's
And
I
what I
A.
want to do, I'm going to hold tight because what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put it on the screen, and then that way people can see it. All right, go ahead uh, and tell me.
Yes, sir. It is IHB,
Okay,
then another B, which stands for branding,
okay,
BRANDING.com.
okay. IHBbranding.com.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see. Tell me if that's correct.
That is perfect.
All right, all right, gang. If you want to take a look at Miss Bianca. This is her branding website. That's
Yes.
IHBbranding.com. Right.
And I'm sorry, it's
Okay.
not 2 B's. It's
Okay.
I
It's
believe
cool.
it's
Tell
1.
me so
Yeah.
I can. We're gonna take our time. That's fine.
Okay, and I have more than one URL. That's
Okay.
another tip for y'all, get more than one URL. So you can actually put IHB creative and just change it because I wanted to make sure everything's coming up. Yeah,
IHBcreative.com.
that's perfect.
All right. Let me show you this to be certain that this is right. IHBcreative.com.
That is perfect. Yes,
It?
sir.
All right. Now, if they go to your website, tell us the things that they'll see once they get there. Is it like about me? What kind of things are there?
Yeah, they'll see about me. Then I have some services there, coaching and consulting as well. I do that for some if they feel they need it.
Mhm.
They can see a short design portfolio. There's more that I have if they want to see more portfolio works. You can find out about me. And then also, I have something called the Branding Vault. So that's sessions where they can sit down with me and really delve into their brand, sketch it out, map it out. So that way, when it's time to go into action, they know what they're doing.
Do you work with people who have products as well as people who have services? Is it both?
Both.
Both.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
sir.
gang, listen. If you provide a service or if you have a product, she can work with you with both. Excellent. All right. Now,
Yes.
tell us what your socials are. That
So my social, I use a lot of. I'm an Instagram fiend.
okay.
So
IG. Okay. All right.
yes, sir.
Okay.
So you can actually go to I am Bianca Brown underscore.
I am Bianca Brown underscore or
Yes,
underscore
sir.
Brown.
No, I am Bianca Brown underscore. That's right.
Got it. Brown underscore.
And you can also follow the business page from there, but you'll find out a lot of stuff there too.
All right.
More
Let me
encouragement.
be certain this is right.
I am Bianca Brown. Yep, that's
Good.
correct.
So gang, you can follow her on IG, which is at I am Bianca Brown underscore. I
Yeah.
think that this young lady has a business, has a great skill set that we lack in the African American community. And not to say that she can't help people who are not African American. I'm not saying that because I'm certain that she can help whomever. But we as African Americans need this. We don't do this enough. We don't study the nuance of marketing, of branding, and a lot of you are watching, you've got a great idea, you've got a great business, and what's keeping you from going to the next level is probably something that she can help iron out. So let's support her. You guys check her out. I'm certain that she'll be a great blessing to you. Miss Bianca, thank you for being my special guest. You have been great. You have really put the bar up here. And I can't wait to find out more about your amazing business. And thank you so much for being a part. Ladies and gentlemen, Bianca Brown. You got anything you want to say before we depart?
Thank you so much, Dr. Joe. You
Hey,
have been an inspiration, you and your family, and this process is such a blessing. You are out here changing lives, truly. And I'm excited and I'm grateful. Thank you.
thank you, Bianca. And God bless you. And we'll be in touch, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Miss Bianca Brown, ladies and gentlemen. What a great interview. What an easy interview. You guys look like you really, really enjoyed that. Isn't that just absolutely awesome, gang? Wonderful Miss Bianca Brown. I'm so glad that she was our special guest. That time went by quickly. It's 5:30. I want to take some time to give you guys a couple of bits of information before we depart. I'm very, very pleased of what I have seen in you all as a group. You guys have been a very, very pleasant group to work with. You have a good energy, a good spirit. When you have good energies and good spirits, it brings the best out of me. I think it brings the best out of our leadership. It brings the best out of all of us. And I think it's a positive energy that at the end of the day is going to help you. I was having a conversation, and I won't tell you this conversation that I was having. And when I was speaking of something that I did not think or I was not aware would resonate within the hearts and minds of the people. And when I started talking about it, it was just something that I could tell. And I'll tell you what I'll tell you. I started discussing autoimmune issues when we were talking privately the other day. And many of you all remember that. And it seemed like it really struck a nerve. And in having that nerve struck as it was, has really caused me to want to put something together that can hopefully help those of you who are dealing with that. You've got loved ones dealing with that. You've got relatives dealing with that. I won't go into the depths right now of what that is, but I just wanted to say that those are the types of, kind of being connected to a group is what allows me to kind of realize those things and to be in connection with those types of things. And we'll talk more about it as we continue. The next thing that I want to say, a couple more things, I'm going to let you guys go. The next thing I want to say is this. A lot of you who are attempting to layer exercise into your regimen are concerned. We talked about it. I had a video for you guys this morning. A lot of you all aren't accustomed to it. And the best way to get into it is to do something that you feel that you like. If you like to dance, if you like to skate, if you like to ride your bike, if you like to swim, it really does not matter what you do. The most important thing is to do what you like. The key to exercise and the way it's a great elixir of life is what is going to do for your overall sense of well-being. You will never feel as good as you can without having a lifestyle of frequent movement. The body was made to move. The body was made to become out of breath. The body was made to, the heart is made to pump. And when we live sedentary lives as we do, especially here in the West, it robs us of our true ceiling of health and wellness. So I want to encourage you all to really, really, for those of you who struggle, really, really do what you need to do to embrace it as you need to embrace it. With understanding this, a lot of you have allowed your lack of mobility, okay? A lot of you have allowed your lack of mobility to stop you from being active. Let me tell you something. There's something called YouTube. And guess what? You are on it right now. There are tens of thousands of videos that are on YouTube right now. That's free. You don't have to pay for it. that will take you through great exercises, regardless of the type of immobility you may have. You may have knee problems. You may have ankle problems. You may have hip problems. You may be a person that all you can do is stand and sit in a chair. But I want you to know, whatever your mobility issue is, there's a workout that exists right now that is at the length of your fingertips right now, that all you have to do is put it in the search section, and you can find a litany of things that will take you through a great workout, and you don't have to pay one dime. You don't have to leave your house. So I'm telling you this because I don't want you to feel like it's okay to hide behind that. You don't have to. Listen, if you're a person that you have mobility issues, you don't have to be a professional runner or a professional cyclist to get a good workout. You don't. There's so many things that you can do, but you have to have the effort. You have to exert the effort, and you have to have the willingness to want to do it. So I want you to be certain that you keep that in mind. Lastly, and I'm going to let you guys go, on tomorrow in our group, all right, we're going to have what is called our weekly statistical review and performance analysis. Within our village, I have an in-house statistician. I have someone who crunches all the numbers, processes all the statistics, gives all the analysis. She's been with me literally since the start. Shout out to Lisa, one of the smartest people that I know. The reason why you guys send in your blood work, excuse me, not your blood work, but your weight and your blood pressure to your coaches and your leaders, when we get that information, all of those numbers from those thousands of people are crunched. And once they're crunched, I get an analysis. I go over it with you guys every single Monday, and your first review is going to be tomorrow. It's going to be sometime in the morning. I'll let you guys know. The performance review and analysis is going to let you know how we performed as a group. I'm going to have medians. I'm going to have averages. I'm going to have statistical analysis to provide for you. And what it's going to do is it's going to tell you how we are performing as a group. It's also going to show you how your performance matches up with the average based upon gender and based upon basically where you are and the averages of the group. It's a great session. If for whatever reason you can't watch it live, all you've got to do is just watch it when you can. Like I said, I'll be live sometime in the morning in the 8 o'clock hour. I'm not going to say now because I don't want to tell you a time and I'm not there at that time. So in the morning, I'll be certain to post that and you guys can check us out. For those of you who want more information about us, you can check us out at www.journeylife.tv. You can check us out there. You can also follow us on Instagram, Journey Life TV, Facebook, Journey Life TV, YouTube, Journey Life TV. I'm certain Miss Bianca will appreciate this. For those of you who are in business, when you're getting your URL, if you can get a URL that has the same tagline of your socials, that is a huge score. All right. That's just some free game. I wish I would have brought it up, but I'm certain Miss Bianca will agree to that because it's easy to remember and people only have to look at the same place in order to do a game. It has been real, ladies and gentlemen. You guys. Okay, let me block this guy. You guys have been great. Thank you for being a part. Shout out once again to Miss Bianca Brown. What a great interview she was. Gang, have an amazing Sunday evening. Get a good night of rest. I'll see you guys first thing in the morning. I'll let you know what time to where we can have the kickoff of another great week. We got some great things coming your way, and you'll be the first to know exactly what they are. I'll see you in the morning. Have a great day. Until next time, be blessed. And thank you for joining us on another edition of Village Chat. We'll see you later.